Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tarot and Oracle Card 101. I am so excited that you guys are here today. I am Dion Pacheco, and I have been reading cards for close to 3 years now, and I am super excited to share with you guys everything that I've learned and hopes that it will help you guys hurry and get on the road to reading. So that really is the goal of this video, is to hopefully give you the confidence necessary to start reading for yourself and for other people. I started off reading for myself, maybe for like a year, and then I started reading for other people. So like I said, I have been reading cards for almost 3 years now, but by no means am I an expert. But because of that, I wanted to share that with you. Like, we don't have to be experts, and we can figure out our own way. And hopefully this video and future videos, so make sure you like and subscribe and all that good stuff, will help you on your journey. So to get started, so what a little bit of the things that we're going to talk about today is like my history, what got me into reading, how I got started reading, some of the myths and truths about buying decks, opening decks, shuffling decks. We're going to talk about the 7 steps that I use to read for myself and for other people, and the big eye-opener for me, and hopefully it will be for you. We'll talk about that towards the end of the show, or the video, I mean. And then I'm going to give a general reading at the end of this with one of my new decks. So that's going to be exciting. So stay here till the end. And then we're also going to talk about future videos before the end of this. So before we get started, I just want to be sure that if you have any questions along the way, you put that in the comment section, and I will try to answer your questions as honestly as. So the other thing I would like to ask you to do is to comment and hashtag where you're watching this video from. So for instance, I'm in Arizona. I would comment and hashtag Arizona. Yeah, so thanks for doing that. Okay, so let's get started. So the first thing I want to do is talk to you guys about what got me into reading. So my aunt, some family members, actually, my aunt and my cousin. My aunt is the first person I ever got a reading from. And the reading was just so powerful. Like, it was just so relevant. It was just so crazy how the angels spoke to me. And I used that reading for a whole year as guidance. Like, I put it out on a vision board. I put it up where I could see it. And I just for a year used that for guidance. And so that like kind of created my passion for getting readings. And then my cousin Crystal is who I used to always get readings from. But after a while, you don't want to just like be calling your cousins all the time for readings. And I just was starting, like, this fire was lighting, and I was getting like this crazy passion for reading. So that's what's going to bring me to our first topic, which is buying and receiving decks. So if you're new to the tarot world, you think, or you've heard that you can't buy your own deck or something like that. But I'm here to tell you that you can do whatever you want. Yeah, I think it is as simple as walking into the store and getting the deck that you feel drawn or connected to getting. For instance, this is my newest deck, and this just drew me. It was just so beautiful. I just felt so connected. So, whatever makes you feel connected and drawn to that deck is definitely the deck that you want to get. So this is the deck that we're going to open today, because there's also some, you might be wondering, like, can I let someone else open my brand new deck? Do I have to open my brand new deck? Or things like that. But I'm trying my hardest not to share the big eye opener right now at the beginning of the video. So let me just say right now, you can kind of do whatever you want. But yeah, so it's usually wrapped in plastic. You just take the plastic off. And then it comes with this handy dandy guidebook. And then it's usually wrapped with one of these. So I am not opposed to letting people touch my brand new cards or look at my brand new cards and even do a reading for themselves with my brand new cards. But what I do like to do is break this seal myself. I never let anyone break that for me. So that's just my thing though, you know, and you'll find your thing. So the other thing that I like to do, or, you know, that I've seen other people do, so stuff you pull from other people, you know, and you just find your comfort zone and what works for you. So I found these cards all out. I put it to my heart, and I just put the intention in there of just getting amazing readings and giving amazing readings and just feeling gratitude for the messages that I know are going to come out of this deck. And I do that, and then we start looking at the deck. So as you're looking through your deck, you just want to pay attention to all of the details in the pictures. They're really, I'll just show you a sample so you can see how pretty it is and how much detail could be in one picture, you know. And then you pay attention to the feeling that this card and this picture and the details in that picture give you. Usually I have a journal next to me, and when I open a deck for the first time, I will write down the card and the feelings that I get from the card the first time I see them. And then they come with the guidebook, like I said earlier, so, you know, you want to take a look through the guidebook. Try to read this guidebook through at least once to know what the cards mean, but at the same time, when you're doing oracle cards, it's more of an intuitive thing, so you have to be sure you're trusting your feelings and all that. So that's just a little bit about opening the deck. So once you open your deck and you're ready to start a reading, I really wanted to share with you the 7 steps that I use for a reading. And these steps I've learned along the way from other readers and all the research that I did. And that's why I get so excited to share with you guys like everything I've learned, because I spent so much time researching, watching videos, and I'm not going to share the big eye opener. Okay, back to my 7 steps. Share that a little later. Back to my 7 steps. So, 7 steps that I use for reading. So, the first thing would be creating your space. So, creating your space is going to feel whatever feels good to you. So, I wanted to share with you the first thing that I do is come into wherever I'm going to do my readings. I do a lot of readings in my bedroom. So I make sure that my room's clean. I don't like clutter around me. Everything has to be cleaned. I put on some spa music or, you know, some nature sounds, but really, really low. And I sage my room, and I light some candles. I like to use white candles, and then I have all of my crystals and things like that around me. So I lay down a blanket. This is like one of the things that I use, but you can lay down whatever. So I lay it down. I put my crystals and my cards all out. I decide beforehand what cards and crystals I'm going to use. So I do that, and if I can just stop saying hard to remember everything in order. I don't want to leave nothing out. I'm like making sure I give you guys like everything I got, like all my info. But anyways, okay. Anyways, so yeah. So once everything's all laid out, cards are ready. I got my crystals, and that's another thing too. Crystals. So there's like 9 crystals. Comment your email address if you want me to send you any of this information on email. But I have 9 crystals that I have also found through research that I use for my readings, and I really wanted to share that with you guys. So angelite, right? Because we're calling on the angels. This is my angelite. How beautiful is this? So Angelite, it connects to the angels, and it also helps people feel comfortable if people are uncomfortable with getting a reading or something like that. And then Amethyst. Amethyst helps you tap into your intuition. So I have a little tiny amethyst over here. And black tourmaline. Black tourmaline is for safety and protection. I also wanted to share with you guys my black tourmaline spray that I made. Sometimes if I do a lot of readings in one day, I'm saging after every reading, and sage can kind of give me a headache. So I made this spray on my own, and I just put some black tourmaline in there, some lavender essential oil, and some water, and I just spray my room with this. That's only if I've been using a lot of sage for that day. But yeah, so, and then selenite. Selenite is to clear your space and cleanse. And this is my selenite. This is what selenite looks like, in case you didn't know. And then clear quartz. Clear quartz amplifies your intuition. So I also wear it as a jewelry too, my clear quartz bracelet. And then rainbow fluorite. Rainbow fluorite gives mental clarity. Clears your mind, helps you be prepared and ready for the reading. And then the other one is rose quartz. And then rose quartz is, your heart center, brings compassion to your readings and things like that. I also got rose quartz as a bracelet. So I don't necessarily have to make sure this is with me, but this is just my little handy dandy bag of stones for every reading. I use this for every reading. So rose quartz, smoky quartz, which is for grounding and shielding, smoky quartz. And then labradorite. Labradorite, it's like the magic stone. I love this stone. And this is the newest piece that I have. It's so beautiful. But it's, labradorite activates the third eye. It's amazing. And then citrine. Citrine builds confidence, your confidence booster. Sometimes you feel like not confident giving a reading, so this helps boost your confidence. And that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The 10 stones that I use in my readings for every single reading. So if you need that in writing, comment your email address and I will send that to you via email. Also, if you need the 7 steps that I'm about to give you in writing, then send me your email and I'll send you that too. So that was step number 1, which is creating your space. And then step number 2 is preparing yourself. So once the blanket's laid out, the room's cleared, it feels wonderful, you want to prepare yourself. So the first thing that I do is take a few deep breaths, close my eyes, take a few deep breaths. I put one hand down for grounding, one hand up for receiving. And I just breathe in confidence and let out any self-doubt or not confidence. I ask my higher power to be here to guide the reading. I picture this white protective light around me, and I picture the light coming through my crown chakra and going through all of the chakras in my body, all the way to my root chakra. And then I just visualize my root chakra going all the way into the ground. And I've realized that being in perfect alignment and preparing yourself is essential for doing these readings. So this is one of the most important steps for me, is preparing myself for the reading. So once I'm done grounding myself and making sure I'm aligned and protecting myself and calling on, my higher power, the higher power and my spirit guides and things like that, I just ask them to be here, guide this reading and give the individual, whether it's me or someone else, the message that it is that they need to hear. And that's how I would prepare myself for a reading. So that's step number 2. So step number 3 is asking powerful questions. So sometimes when people want a reading, they want you to answer like a yes or no question. Like, am I ever going to fall in love? Am I going to be married? Am I, more like yes or no questions. And with oracle cards, like in order to get like or tarot cards, in order to get a more in-depth answer, you need to really think about your questions. So anyone can ask you the question, will I ever find love? And I'm like, so my response back to them is, well, how about we reframe the question to say, reframe the question to say, how do I, what is it that I can do at this time in my life right now to attract love? Or something like that, you know, rather than, am I going to find love? What can I do? So just see how you can turn your questions into powerful ones. And then, so that's step number 3. Step number 4, choose your layout and shuffle. So for me, it could be one card a day. I just pull for myself. But when I do readings for people, right now I'm doing readings in exchange for feedback. So I'm just doing 3 card readings. So like I said, like and subscribe, and we can talk more about the different layouts. But also when you buy the guidebooks, you buy your deck, they have guidebooks in them, and they will show you different layouts too. So you choose your layout, and then you shuffle your deck once you know. So say you wanted to do a 3-card spread. So the only reason why I'm showing you guys how to shuffle your deck is because I want you guys to know that, like, I've been on this journey to where, like, I've Googled how to shuffle decks. Like, I've Googled everything. Like, how do I create my space? How do I do this? How do I do that? And that's how I really found that what works for me is what works for me. So, and then all my decks could be different sizes. Like, I just want to show you, this deck is this size. So it's pretty comfortable to just shuffle like this. And with all of my bigger decks, this is my standard way of shuffling. But you shuffle however it is you shuffle. Whatever makes you feel comfortable. If putting them apart, shuffling to get them together, or shuffling them like this. Like, you don't have to go Google how do I shuffle, because however you shuffle is the correct way. So that's that. So once you shuffle, you're going to say you did 3 cards. You're going to lay them out in your 3-card spread. And I am not really going to talk too much about that in-depth stuff right now. This is more like intro. I just want you guys to get comfortable doing what you're doing. And in future videos, we'll get really in-depth about spreads and card meanings and the difference between tarot and oracle and things like that. So what you want to do is you just want to look at your card and read it. We will be together again. So obviously that is your message coming from heaven. And then so you just want to, feel what the feeling of having this card is giving you, and you want to share that message with yourself or the person that you're reading. And that would be, how to read the cards. But also future videos will talk more in depth about reading the cards. So you want to answer the question, right? And then you want to reflect on everything, on the reading after. So, what do I do? What do I need? Say the question was, what do I need to do to attract love in my life? And you got cards that said you need to have balance, patience, things like that. So you want to, ensure you're answering your question, by the cards. And then when you're done, you want to reflect back, like, oh, okay, so this is what this is saying that I need to do. And then at the end, I always want to thank my higher powers, my spirit guides and everything, for giving us the messages, for giving the people the messages that they need, like, just for being present. And like, I'm so passionate about this because I've been doing it for almost 3 years, and like, the angels never fail. Never fail to give people the message that it is they need or whatever. And sometimes people might get a message and be like, I don't really see how that relates to me. But after a while, maybe they'll think about it and see how that relates to me. Or it might just be a message that they didn't really want to hear, but that's what the angels feel like they need to hear. So that's the thing about that. So don't forget, comment your email address, and I will send you those 7 steps to go over that again. 1, create your space. 2, prepare yourself. 3, ask powerful questions. 4, choose your layout and shuffle. 5, read the cards. 6, make sure you answered your question. And 7, reflect and thank your higher power for your message. So that's the 7 steps. So, how I started reading. So, I started reading by the book. And that is why I wanted to share that with you guys, is I thought that when I pulled a card, I had to go in this book, find where the card is, read what it says, and that was the message. And that's why I really wanted to talk about like how I started reading today, because I want you guys to maybe be ahead of it, you know, not have to go through some of the things that I went through. So the book, when I get a new deck, I will go through the book. I will read this whole book. I will read about every card at least one time, and then I will put this book away and never pick this book up again. But this wasn't me just 2 years ago. Like, I lived by this book. But today I know that these cards are more about trusting your intuition and the messages that you're getting to be passed out. And the book is definitely a great guidebook to have, but that's all it is a guidebook. It's not like a rule book or anything. So I want you to know that about reading. And then I also wanted to answer a question. Why give a reading? Why give or get a reading? So from what I know so far, guidance is the number one reason why you would give yourself a reading or want to give others a reading. So, you know, you know what to do. Like, you want to attract love in your life. You know you have to be patient now. So if you want love that bad, it'll make you maybe try to work on yourself and work on being more patient and seeing what you have to do in your life to be patient or attract that in your life and stuff like that. So that's, you know, the one word answer. Why would I want a reading? Why would I give a reading to myself or someone else? Is for guidance, for the future, for a situation, you know, the guidance that you need. So that's why I have been using it, and that's why I've been passing it out, because I've been using it and it's just been affecting my life in such crazy ways that it just makes you want to like do it for other people, makes you want to help other people if you can. If passing out the information from these cards can help other people, then you just want to do it. You have this crazy passion and heart for like doing it. So yeah, and then, so that would be why you want to do it. And then the big eye-opener, finally, when I probably spilled the beans like 3 or 4 times, but the big eye-opener, how you do it is how you do it. However you do it is how you do it. How you prepare yourself, how you create your space, as long as it feels comfortable to you, then that's how you do it. You don't have to spend years of research finding out how do I create my space and what crystals do I use and how do I shuffle my cards and can I buy a deck for myself, you know? Like, whatever feels comfortable to you is the big eye-opener. And I hope that helps you to feel confident to go and just read in a way that feels comfortable to you without all the, am I doing this right? Am I aligned? Is my space created? Am I supposed to sage before or whatever? You know, all of that stuff. So that would be everything that we talked about today. Let me know, send an like I said earlier, put your email address in the comments and I will get to you and answer all your questions and give you any of the necessary things that you heard here today that you would like in writing. So let me do that. So I really wanted to end with a reading out of my Life Purpose deck. But I'm kind of feeling, because it's all like brand new and sticky, it might be like hard to shuffle. So I might have to get another deck. But bear with me. I'll try this out. Okay, it's going to work. It's going to work. So I just want to thank you guys for sticking with me all this time. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you guys liked it. And feel free to comment, message me about anything. I got you. I respond to all your questions, comments, concerns, anything like that. So, to end this card with a reading, to end this video with a reading. So we're doing a life purpose reading. So maybe you're wondering, what is the purpose of my life right now? Like, questioning the path that you're on. So the first card that comes up is Artist. Author, and Heart's Desires. So so this is a general reading, right? So there could be a bunch of you on right now. So this might relate to some of you and might not relate to some of you. Might relate to some of you in a different way than it relates to others. So that's what happens with general readings. But that too, if you ever need a reading, you can find me on Instagram or on YouTube. Okay, so the first card is Artist. Artist, engaging in artistic activities is beneficial to your career and every other area of your life. Artistic activities. I feel like this is important, even if you're like not a painter or anything, like just go have a painting class, or, you know, just try to have fun with it, especially maybe if you're like, well, I'm not an artist, I've never done that. Maybe it's a sign that, like, let me try to do this and see how I feel after. Yeah. And then Author, you have a book inside of you that wishes to be expressed. Make the time to write it. I feel like there are many of us who need to put our stories down. We don't necessarily know how. It seems like a far-fetched dream or something we're unable to do. But this card is pulled because the universe knows that we want it, and we can just go out there and get it as long as we focus on it. And then Heart's Desires. The angels are supporting, guiding, and protecting you as your dreams become a reality. So your life purpose involves your heart's desires. What is your heart's desire? What does your heart desire? I'm so excited for you. So excited for all of you. And I'm excited for me too. But anyways, I love you guys. Thank you for letting me share with you guys. And I hope to see you all in future videos.